So it just came out not too long ago. The cop who shot Jacob Blake in the back 7 times won't get charged with anything, while Jacob Blake is now paralyzed from the waist down. I couldn't find the video, but I did see Jacob Blake's dad talking about the difference of how they handled Jacob Blake, who was walking away, had his back turned, he was shot in the back 7 times by this fucking piece of shit cop, and how the cops treated white supremacist Kyle Rittenhouse, who murdered, 2 people, right? They were giving him water, high fives, yeah, good job, continue our legacy of white supremacy in policing. They're like this. Then how they respond to Jacob Blake, who had his 3 kids in the back of the car when this happened, and literally nothing. Again, there's no reforming the institution of policing. It's inherently racist. It's a form of social control. Its roots are deeply embedded in white supremacy. Modern policing was literally founded around slave patrols going to find and capture runaway slaves and bring them back to their slave owners. That's where policing comes from in the United States. And guess what? Have you ever seen them on the right side of a social movement, whether it be civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s and beyond, or the Black Lives Matter movement now? You see the cops brutalizing the same people who are saying, no, please stop brutalizing us, Black Lives Matter, and then they're able to get away without even a slap on the wrist for shooting somebody in the back 7 times. They're now paralyzed from the waist down, and that cop probably back at their fucking job now. It's disgusting. But again, not surprising that the DA is doing this, unfortunately. Wait, this isn't what we want. I wanted that one. No justice if you're a person of color in the United States and you get assaulted or shot or murdered by the cops. More than likely, cops are going to walk away with nothing happening. This is just another sick, disgusting example of that. Again, there's no reforming it. Defund and work towards abolishing the police. That's the only solution. Really, look into what the DA said. Pleaded for peace. Would that same DA be saying that if it was somebody he knew or one of his family members getting shot in the back 7 fucking times by a cop, and that cop getting away completely fucking scot-free with shooting somebody in the back 7 times that they loved and cared about, and now they're paralyzed from the waist down? Fuck no. They would be, if they were being honest, they would be screaming at the fucking rooftops, burn this shit down, destroy this fucking place. No justice, no peace. No piece of shit police, for fuck's sake. I hope that fucking, it'd be nice to see that fucking police department burn down, okay, you allow your cops to shoot people in the back 7 times while their kids are in the back of the car and they get away scot-free, then, a little property damage maybe is in order. So we'll see. All fucking solidarity to everybody in, this was Kenosha, Wisconsin, right? Yeah. He walked away and he got shot in the back 7 fucking times. And yet they treat Kyle Rittenhouse, the white supremacist who murdered 2 people, they gave him water and high fives. You see the difference there? One was black, another one was a white supremacist, okay? Blake's family lawyer, Ben Crump, said Gravely, that's the DA, I believe, wrongfully denied the community its chance to try the facts. Yes, they didn't give that a chance at all. We're immensely disappointed in Kenosha District Attorney Michael Gravely's decision not to charge officers involved in the horrific shooting, Crump said in a statement. We feel this decision failed not only Jacob, who again shot in the back 7 fucking times, now paralyzed from the waist down. He's got to live with that the rest of his life. And this cop, literally nothing. It's disgusting. And again, if you're just the average everyday person, working class folk, and you go shoot somebody 7 times in the back, you're gonna have the fucking book thrown at you, guarantee it. But the community that protested and demanded justice, exactly. Gravely said he shared his findings with Blake before speaking to reporters late Tuesday afternoon, even before announcing his findings. That means he knew that, nothing was going to happen, and he knew there was going to be unrest, hopefully some type of uprising or rebellion, because this is fucking ridiculous. I mean, how many more people need to be shot, killed, maimed, and brutalized before this whole fucking rotten system is burned from the ground and we build up something that actually takes into the consideration the needs of the people, the needs of the community? I mean, for God's sakes. They said, can moments of tragedy like this be an opportunity to build things? What? Build what? Say that to Jacob fucking Blake. You're not charging the cop who shot him 7 times in the back in front of his fucking kids. Jesus Christ. Yep. Walking away towards his car with his kids in it while this Sheshki piece of shit cop shot him in the fucking back. Okay? I mean, for God's sakes. It's disgusting. Here it is.
The National Guard is deploying tonight after protests broke out over video showing police shooting a black man, Jacob Blake, in the back
7 times.
Gabe Gutierrez has the story and a warning. It is disturbing.
Tonight, there's growing outrage over this video showing at least 2 police officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin, with their guns drawn, following 29-year-old Jacob Blake.
Dude was walking away. Let him fucking go. I mean,
We paused the video after he opens the door.
cops are the one escalated this, not Jacob.
7 shots can be heard.
Why were you shooting my child like that so many times?
Police say they were originally responding to a domestic incident. It's unclear what occurred right before the recording, and the video only captures a few seconds before the shooting. Rayshawn White was the eyewitness who recorded it. He asked us not to show his face to protect his privacy, but told us that he saw Blake trying to break up an argument between 2 women at the scene.
I was shocked. I had no idea they was going to shoot him.
He says he heard the officer tell Blake, drop the knife, but he didn't see a knife. Blake's fiancée, LaQuisha Booker, was also there. She says their children were in the car.
That man literally just grabbed him by his shirt and looked the other way and was just shooting him with the kids in the back screaming.
Overnight protest over the
Good.
shooting
Yeah.
escalated.
Fucking destroy everything, man. It's disgusting.
This car dealership torched. Wisconsin's Department of Justice is investigating, saying the officer
Person's life is always worth more than property destruction, okay? I mean, for God's sakes, even if he had a fucking knife, I don't give a shit. You don't shoot him in the back 7 fucking times. I mean, Jesus Christ. He was walking away. Kids were in the car. He was there breaking up a fucking domestic disturbance. Yep, here you go. Notice the difference. Kyle Rittenhouse, a teenager from nearby Antioch, Illinois, gunned down Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, and Anthony Huber during protests on August 25th. Rittenhouse had been charged with felony homicide, among other crimes. And yet, kid treated with kid gloves by the cops. Here's your high five. Here's your water. Keep up your white supremacy, and then Jacob Blake gets shot in the back 7 fucking times, no charges. I hope there's unrest. I hope that this whole fucking shit burns to the ground. I mean, for God's sakes. No justice, no peace. This is clearly not justice. There should not be peace. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Again, there's no reforming the police. Work to defund, invest in programs of social uplift that actually improve the material conditions of people's lives, especially communities who are brutalized and oppressed by the police, communities of color, other vulnerable and marginalized groups, like housing, education, mental health care, jobs, etc., sports, gardening. Basically, anything would be a better use of my and your tax dollars than going to shoot somebody in the back 7 times. I mean, for God's sakes, it's ridiculous. Defund and work towards abolishing the police. Like the video if you like the damn video. Subscribe for more content. Peace. Much love. All power to the people.